Good evening and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game as the Dover Sherborn Raiders take on your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. The Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed toward competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash-talking, and berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for your help in creating a positive, respectful, and fun environment here at HHS. And now for tonight's starting lineups. Starting with the Raiders. Number 2, On No. Number 21, Hannah Scary. Number 24, Drew Husser. Number 33, Erica Hills. And number 34, Eliana Scalabrini. The Raiders are coached by Kani Klebda, assisted by Alex Olmstead and Scott Foley. And now for the Hillers. Number 15, Holly Park. Number 12, Ashley McCann. Number 22, Tegan Restaghini. Number 10, Bethel Flanagan. And number 14, Alexis Bruce. Your Hillers are coached by Mike Greco, assisted by Carrie Chatton and Michaela Pucci. Now, for all who are able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Wally Henneberry for what should be a good battle between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Dover Sherborn Blue Raiders. Dover Sherborn 6-1. The Hillers, a young team this year, 0-7, searching for their first win of the season. But they will have a tall task tonight as the defending TVL small champion Dover Sherborn Blue Raiders are in town. Dover Sherborn went 15-8 last year, made it all the way to the round of 8 where they fell to Rockland 46-44. Hillers went 9-13 last year and made it to the round of 32 before falling to Charleston by a point, 45-44. Missed shot right off the bat by Dover Sherborn. Rebound Ashley McCann, and we are underway.
Yeah, I think the Hillers have their hands full tonight with Dover Sherborn. We'll see.
Well, it's good to give these young players some good tests. It's certainly going to improve their experience level. As a missed shot there by Paharic. Dover Sherborn has it back. A nice feed underneath. And now out to the elbow, over to Ingo, driving in. And drawing the foul is Hills. Erica Hills, one of the captains.
That's going to be the first foul of the game. It's going to be on Hopkinton. It's going to be on Alexis Bruce. Her first foul, team first foul, non-shooting. And Dover Sherborn will take it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Or going at, sorry, under the Hopkinton basket. And they just put it right in.
And that was Eliana Scalabrini, the daughter of a familiar face if you're a Celtics fan. Of course, the great Brian Scalabrini. Lexi Bruce along the wing, feeds it in, up for the shot, and in, Holly Paharek.
Yeah, nice strong move to the basket. Just muscles it up and over the rim to get it in.
Ingo driving in, up with the right hand, count it.
Nice hoop for and go.
This Blue Raiders team can shoot. Very good offensive team. And they will be a tall task for the Hillers if Hopkinton can't get their shooting going from the field. McCann with it, trying to feed it in. Some good defense there, and it's taken away by Scary.
And she was looking for Holly Pahar cutting down the lane. She couldn't quite get the pass around her defender. Like that right there. That's a nice interior pass.
And a Scary goes up and in. Full court pressure by Dover Sherborn. Loose ball picked up by Lexi Bruce, and we'll get a foul call. It's going to be a push against Dover Sherborn.
And of course, that's going to be Dover Sherborn's first foul, first team foul, and that goes against Erica Hills, the junior captain.
McCann along the top of the perimeter, feeds it over to Restaghini. Along the corner, Bruce. Back to Restaghini.
No, she got stuck there picking up her dribble. Probably should have tried to keep her dribble a little bit longer before she decided what to do with it.
This Blue Raiders defense loves to put a lot of pressure on, and Flanagan going to drive in and go up and in.
Really nice layup there by Beth Flanagan.
Back to a 2-point game, and go with it. Feeds it over, driving in. Hills back to and go, now to the corner. That is Scary. Scary working against Paharek. Up for the shot, count it.
She's got a nice move to the basket there. That's 2 layups for her in traffic.
Yeah, nice fadeaway there to get by Paharek. Ooh. Errant pass by Restaghini, Dover Sherborn ball.
That's a tough turnover right there in the backcourt. Pressure on Restaghini, but they kind of backed off. She got away from it with the dribble and then not carelessly threw it away, but was too concerned about her own dribbling before.
Feeds it in over to Hills. Now back around the perimeter they go. Up for 3, no good is in go. And we're going to have a foul as Restaghini corrals in the rebound.
Yeah, it's a good rebound. Could have been a travel, but we're fortunate to get the foul call.
Second foul on Hills. Flanagan on the entry. Dover Sherborn continuing with the full court pressure. Hillers fresh off a tough loss last Friday night to Medfield, a very good Medfield team, as we get a backcourt violation.
Yeah, another turnover caused by the pressure. We saw this last week with the boys game where the full court pressure can create lots of turnovers. Last week it was kind of in the boys' favor. Here it's coming back to bite the girls, unfortunately.
Feeds it out. Hassar now to the corner. There's Scalabrini. True caller Scal.
Yeah, easier, right?
Scalabrini up for the lay-in, and no good, but Ngo is there, feeds it out. No good on the shot is Hassar. Hillers have it. Paharek with possession. Last Friday night, Dover Sherborn took down Medway 46-36. A very good TVL small matchup. And they have won 5 straight. Flanagan feeds it out. Restaghini along the top of the perimeter calling it out. Running out of time on the shot clock, 5 seconds. And for the three, no good. A little bit wide there, and it's collected by O'Connell.
A lot of ball movement there. Really good defense by Dover Sherborn, keeping them from getting into the lane or getting inside the three-point line at all.
Scalabrini going to draw the foul. Eliana Scalabrini, just a sophomore. And she was a big part of this team during her freshman season. They get Holly Paharik with the foul. No good on the first. I wonder who would win in a game of one-on-one at this point, Brian or his daughter.
Yeah, oh, that's a tough one, in and out.
No good. Paharik with the rebound.
You'd hope youth would help her be in her daughter's factor and in her favor right there.
Driving down, up and in goes Restaghini.
That's a nice layup right there.
The Hillers hanging tough here in this first quarter. Along the corner, Scary feeds it in. Back to the wing to and go. And she'll draw a foul. I think they're going to get Lexi Bruce with this one. They will indeed. That's her first. Or make that her
second. That's going to be her second. 3 team fouls so far.
First free throw by On and Go, no good. She's a senior, one of the captains.
Yeah, they were on pace here for quite a few fouls in the first half, but with the way Dover Sherborn's shooting them, it might pay off for them.
No good on the second. Loose ball, and the attempted pass to Scalabrini. Good effort trying to keep it in, but could not.
Yeah, nice save, but unfortunately her toe is on the baseline. Turn it over to the Hillers. So now the Hillers are going to have to try to break this this zone press here. It's a 2-1-2 full court zone press. That's good. Nice long pass. Breaks it down. They get down the court.
Finnegan with it. Over to Davies. Back to Finnegan. Now up top, Kane. Over to Davies. Going to drive in. Up, no good. Scalabrini with the rebound.
That's a nice drive by Elena Davies just to break down the defense and get inside.
Scary up and no good. Dover Sherborn able to maintain possession. Out to the corner goes Scalabrini. And now around the horn. Along the left wing, O'Connell driving in, and she'll finish.
Nice basket there.
With it is Restaghini, feeds it over. Davies to the corner. Paharik.
And take it down the lane right there.
And no good with the hook. Here comes Dover Sherborn. And it's stripped away from Gibbs. Restaghini going coast to coast, draws the foul.
Yeah, some nice defense down there for the turnover by the Hillers. And Restaghini taking it coast to coast for the layup and gets the foul.
First foul on Hannah Scary, team third for Dover Sherborn. First of 2 is good. I like what I'm seeing so far tonight from the Hillers.
Yeah, so far they've been aggressive on offense. They don't seem too intimidated by Dover Sherborn out there.
I expect this Hillers team to just continue to get better and better as the season goes on. As Restaghini hits both. Back to a 2-point game. Scary with it. Feeds it over. O'Connell. Back up top, Scalabrini. Gets it over to Gibbs. Into the paint, wide open and in goes Hannah Scary. Her third field goal of the evening.
Yeah, someone lost her underneath, and she knew what to do with the ball when she got it underneath.
Davies takes it down, feeds it out. Up and no good is Finnegan. Rebound Scal, and she'll feed it over to the far side. Scary. Drives down over to O'Connell. Now to Hughes. Over to the corner now. Trying to get it back into Hughes. A good read there by Finnegan.
It's nice to get it up. Oh, the travel. Hiller's got the ball up court, quickly, which is good. When your other team is going to trap you or press you, you want to get it up quickly before they can set up their trap.
We have another issue here as the ball is stuck on top of the hoop. I don't know how they're going to get that one down.
Hey, get another ball.
Brian Scalabrini, right?
Yeah, right.
This might take a little bit. Hopefully they won't have to get the ladder out. Oh, there we go. There's Coach Sanborn with the big broomstick to get the ball down. And Coach Sanborn saves the day.
So unfortunately they call the travel on Holly Paharik after a nice job for getting the ball on the court quickly by the Hillers.
Yeah, it was a good turnover, and the Hillers are going to have to capitalize on those. Scary with it. Feeds it over O'Connell, trying to get it into the paint, and it's knocked away and taken away by Davies. Davies to the rack to Paharik, and she'll draw the body contact.
And that foul is going to be on Scalabrini. But that's nice. I like that the Hillers are attacking the rim. They're not intimidated at all by, either by Dover Sherborn's aggressive defensive play or by a player with a famous name, which you don't want to be intimidated by that. And they're showing that they aren't.
First of two by Paharik is good. And you don't see the Hillers taking many outside shots, but I think driving in is going to be key tonight. Drawing up those fouls. Second free throw from Paharik is good. Hillers 4 for 4 from the line overall.
And if they do decide to shoot, hopefully when they take it into the rim, that'll open things up on the outside for some outside shooting.
Scalabrini with it, feeds it over to the elbow now to the short corner. Scary long two knocks it down. You're going to have to look out for Hannah Scary.
Yeah, nice bucket. She's leading scorer right now with 8 points.
Davies down the lane, no good, and a rebound by Gibbs.
She's going to take it away if she's not careful. There we go. Scary with another layup.
She fed it up just in time there.
Yeah.
Davies going to take it up. A good first quarter by the Hillers. Very competitive game, and after one, it's Dover Sherborn 14, the Hillers 10, but these teams going back and forth, and the Hillers showing that they don't care what their record is. They don't care what Dover Sherborn's record is. They came here tonight to compete, and they're playing hard out there, and we have ourselves a good game, Wally.
I agree. I think they really have been aggressive to the point of being over-aggressive on offense, but I think that's not a bad thing at this point, and especially with this opponent. I think them being extra aggressive is going to play into their favor, at least going forward in this game.
And we'll see what the second quarter will bring, but the Hillers clearly going to drive in a lot tonight, try to draw up those fouls, work their way down the lane, and so far that tactic paying off well for this Hillers team, which in past games has struggled a bit from the field.
Yeah, I think they're in a good spot for the rest of the game. They're only down 4 coming out of the first quarter, so the game is by no means out of reach. I think they're right in it, and the second quarter will go a long way in telling us what the rest of the game will look like. Sounds obvious to say, but I think we'll see how Dover Sherborn responds to the Hillers first quarter, and we'll see how the Hillers handle that.
I think one of the goals for this Hillers team is just try to keep it close. And I think it's pretty evident that as the season goes on, they continue to get better and better. And I'd expect down the stretch the Hillers to hopefully pick up some of these wins.
Right. You play a hard game like this, and you stay in it for most of the game, all of the game. Maybe you win, maybe you don't, but it would help you in further games going forward if you are able to compete with a team like Dover Sherborn, I think.
Well, and you see how these young teams evolve. Maybe not such a great record this season, but next season, the season after that, they're only going to get better and better.
Right, there is only one senior on the team, so you're going to see very much the same team next year, and these games are only going to help them.
Lexi Bruce was trying to feed it underneath, and it ended up out of play. Dover Sherborn ball. TVL update from last night in boys basketball. Norwood took down Lincoln Sudbury 57-51. We'll be getting you TVL updates throughout the course of the broadcast. And hopefully we'll get a boys update somewhere during the broadcast as they are in Dover Sherborn tonight. Scalabrini with it, feeds it over to the corner. Scary goes up top to and go. Now to the left wing, Hills. Back to Scalabrini. Gets it across, went off a defender's hand. McCann nearly pulled it down. Up with the left hand and no good is Hills. Hiller ball.
Yeah, nice rebound by the Hillers. Yeah, Scalabrini almost threw that ball away. It was deflected off a defender, but luckily for Dover Sherborn, went into their hands.
No good on the shot by Flanagan. DS gets it back and go with the pump fake called for the travel. Took that little step there.
Yeah, their man-to-man defense is pretty good, so that stuff's going to show up every now and then for a turnover. Now here comes Dover Sherborn in their full court press defense here, and we'll see how the Hillers handle this.
Restaghini up to Grady. Again, Grady calling it out. Trying to get it over to McCann. Knocked away by Ngo. Out of play it goes.
Yeah, that's too bad. Grady picked up her dribble too soon, I think. Before she knew what she was going to do with it, and then was kind of stuck making a pass that she probably would like to have back.
Looks like Lexi Bruce getting checked out on the sidelines. We hope she's okay. Finnegan feeds it out over to Flanagan. Now along the corner, Restaghini. Around the perimeter they go. Running out of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Restaghini going to take it. It's blocked. And now driving to the bucket is Flanagan. No good.
That's going to be a shot clock violation.
That was a good block there by Erica Hills.
Yeah, she blocked it, and Dover Sherborn wasn't able to gain possession. So when the Hillers got the ball back and went for the layup, the shot clock had expired.
Scary to Ngo, now to the corner, back to Ngo. Over to Hussar. Ngo driving in, feeds it to the right corner. A nice open shot for Erica Hills, and she takes advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, that's a three-pointer, first one in the game.
7-point Dover Sherborn lead. Flanagan with it, feeds it up.
First points of the second quarter.
And we're going to get a foul here. It's going to be a defensive foul. They'll get on and go with her first.
And that's 5 fouls on Dover Sherborn, team fouls.
We might see the Hillers at the line quite a bit in this second quarter.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Hillers have not been called for as many fouls in the second quarter here.
Flanagan trying to feed it underneath, and Finnegan could not keep her feet in bounds. Pass a little too far ahead of her. We go on the entry to Scary.
So the Hillers in a half court, man-to-man defense.
Up for the long two, and no good is Hussar. And the Hillers have it. Collected by McCann, trying to feed it up. It's intercepted by Hills. Hills down the lane around the defender, can't finish. McCann with the rebound. Here comes Flanagan. Feeds it out over to Restaghini. Restaghini directing traffic. Over to Flanagan. Driving in.
Nice layup. Didn't get it. Nice layup, though. Nice take to the hole.
Rebound Scalabrini. Here she goes. Over to the corner. Back to Scalabrini. Out of the wing. Up for three. And good is Hannah Scary.
We're starting to warm up from outside here.
11 points for Hannah. And for the Hillers, I'd say she's a bit scary.
Yeah. Every time you call her name, I look up to see what's so scary out there.
Great shooter. Along the far side, Grady driving in and lost it.
Yeah, good defense on Dover Sherborn right there, looking to take away the interior pass into the post.
Dover Sherborn moving it along the perimeter, and Go thought about it, and that little hesitation draws a travel call.
Yeah, more travel, and that usually is a little forced by the defense. Even if you're not right on them, you get the defense, you make the offensive player thinking about how they're going to get away from you even before they have the ball, and they'll start running before they even put it on the floor.
Restaghini takes it up. Over to Flanagan. And loose ball collected.
Little miscommunication there.
Fortunately, it didn't backfire for the Hillers. Restaghini, no good. Rebound Hills.
They're still attacking the rim with most of their shots. Which is, I like usually you want to see some outside shots, but I kind of like their philosophy here of just taking it to the rim every time.
And Avery O'Connell draws contact. I believe it was Caroline Kane. Let's get the confirmation. And it will be indeed Caroline Kane, team 4th for the Hillers. First of 2 for O'Connell, no good. Hillers have yet to score in the second quarter.
Yeah, the lead is extended to 10 points here. That's not what you want. They have to bring that back down to single digits before halftime.
It's not like Dover Sherborn shooting too great either. Only 6 points. We'll make it 7 now. But the Hillers have an opportunity here to get back into this game if they can get things going from the field. Davies nearly stolen away. Flanagan gets it over to the wing. Up top, Davies, long 2, no good. Loose ball, and nice Flanagan save. Just able to keep it in.
Yeah, nice save in the corner.
That was great hustle. Paharic trying to get around the defender, up for the shot, no good. And we have Sophia Cross out there, a call-up from the JV team, number 23 for the Hillers. She made an appearance in the Medfield game, and it looks like it's going to be more of a permanent thing. As there's a 3 for Hannah Scarry, her second 3 of the game.
And she's up to 13 points so far. And
14.
14. I missed one. And Hillers' deficit now is 14 points.
Hannah Scarry certainly has been the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, she's been lighting it up lately in this quarter.
Very impressive from the field, and the Hillers, they're going to have to get a couple bodies on her, I think.
Yeah, they are. And they're going to have to figure out how to handle the full court defense here, the full court press that Dover Sherborn's putting on them. They're starting to, having some trouble with it here in the second quarter.
TVL update, Westwood girls leading Norwood 26-21. Or make that Norton 26-21 at the half. And Dover Sherborn boys leading Hopkinton boys 21-6.
Ooh,
after the first quarter.
That's a rough first quarter for Hiller boys there.
Medfield leading Medway in girls hoop at the half, 30-16. Well, the Hiller boys, they were having a rough first half on Friday against Medfield. They ended up coming back to win that game. Davies feeds it over.
And last week they started the game slow. They were down 11-0 last Tuesday. Came back to make it a game, but ended up ultimately losing that one. So they're getting into a bad habit of letting games kind of get away from them early and having to dig themselves out of a hole to get back in it.
Full court pressure by the Hillers.
Yeah, little man-to-man full court here.
Good coverage by the Hopkinton defense. Scalabrini trying to drive in, called for the travel.
Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be a foul on Holly Paharic, but she forces a travel.
Hillers draw the turnover.
That's something they're going to need. A little more turnovers here. Turning up the pressure on defense to get some turnovers is kind of what they're going to have to do at this point.
Hopkinton working along the top of the perimeter. Davies to Holden. Cross with it, feeds it up top. Running out of time on the shot clock, only 10 seconds. Driving in, and no good as Davies. Hillers maintain.
Almost got her own rebound, tipped it over to Hart.
They needed that.
Yeah, three-pointer for Caroline Kane.
First three of the game.
Off the glass. I wonder if she called it.
It's an 11-point Dover Sherborn lead, and they'll add on here. And that was number 33, Erica Hills. She was able to find some room down the lane. Paharic up top to Davies. Driving down and drawing the foul, the and one, Caroline Kane.
Great, she's going to go to the line here to shoot two. That's, again, another aggressive take to the hole. She gets the foul and the bucket.
I think we know who the hot hand is for the Hillers right now.
Yeah, a couple right in a row there. That foul is going to be on Drew Hussar. Her first. 16 foul for Dover Sherborn. One more and Hillers will be in the bonus.
No good on the free throw as Dover Sherborn trying to respond, and they will. And that was Meredith Gibbs. Blue Raiders starting to drive the lane a little bit more rather than take the outside shots as they were struggling a bit from the perimeter. Loose ball picked up by Cross, feeds it over, Holden. Along the wing, driving in, up, and no good. And it was a good attempt by Cross to keep it in play, but out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, she took a nice drive to the basket. Ultimately missed the shot, but then grabbing her own rebound and lost it out of bounds. But I like the aggressiveness on the layup and then the ability to go after her own rebound.
And here comes the Blue Raiders. With it is Hills. Driving down, up, and Meredith Gibbs.
They are really not missing much here.
Davies feeds it over, and Caroline Kane drawing contact.
Yeah, Dover Sherborn is shooting well here in the second quarter toward the end. That foul is going to be on Leah Hills. And Caroline Kane's going to shoot two here.
That'll be the first foul on Hills. First of two is good. She has 6 points, all 6 points in this second quarter.
And Hillers are in the bonus from here on out. Well, it's only 13 seconds, but
there's 7. And Caroline Kane has been the difference maker for the Hillers, keeping them in this game in this second quarter. Hills with it, feeds it up top for three, no good. Is Scary, loose ball collected by Davies at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of 2 quarters of play, it is Dover Sherborn 30, the Hillers 17. Hopkinton hanging around against this very good Dover Sherborn team. It should be an exciting second half, and we'll be back with that second half in just a few minutes. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. Tom Nappy alongside Wally Hannaberry as we are just about ready for the second half of this TVL Girls matchup between the Blue Raiders of Dover Sherborn and the Hopkinton Hillers. Dover Sherborn leading 30-17. As we enter the second half of play, we have an update from the boys game over in Dover Sherborn. Dover Sherborn boys leading at the half, 37-27 over the Hillers. So Hopkinton inched a bit closer after a rough first quarter in the boys game. And another boys update, Norton leading Westwood at the half, 23-20. Scoring totals for the first half in this game. On and go with 2 points. Hannah Scarry leading the way for Dover Sherborn with 14. Avery O'Connell with 3. Erica Hills with 5. Eliana Scalabrini with 2. And Meredith Gibbs with 4. For the Hillers, Bethel Flanagan with 2. Holly Paharic with 4. Tegan Restaghini with 4. And Caroline Kane with 7. As Dover Sherborn starts off with possession. Behind the back dribble there by Hills. Feeds it up top long two, and knocking it down is Hannah Scarry.
She is hot.
16 points.
Yeah, just had her toes on the line. It could have been a three-pointer.
Restaghini with it. The Hillers are going to have to key in on her defensively. McCann feeds it over. Bruce thought about it. Up top, Flanagan. Now back to McCann. Now a 3 attempt and no good by Restaghini.
Scary with the rebound there, brings it up.
Feeds it over to the wing. Driving in, and a nice feed there to Scalabrini.
Yeah, Scalabrini shook her man with off a pick there, and there was no one underneath to get in her way.
We're going to get a foul. It will be against Ngo. That's her second. Team first for Dover Sherborn. Hillers have some work to do, trailing by 17.
Yeah, they're going to have to turn up the defensive intensity if they're going to want to get back in this game and really kind of work on offense to handle the defensive intensity that Dover Sherborn is throwing at them.
McCann with it. Now to Bruce. Restaghini. Back to McCann.
So they're trying to beat this man-to-man defense with like a motion offense where they're kind of weaving with the top and trying to flash someone underneath. And they can't even get it underneath to anyone who's under there.
Yeah, they're about to run out of time on the shot clock as well.
And they do. And that's what the good man-to-man defense does. They couldn't break through to get a cutter underneath or even someone flashing at the post. That was a smothering sequence right there.
And Scalabrini, I think, was going to take the shot there and then decided to feed it underneath.
Yeah, that was definitely a pass underneath, and it kind of fooled everyone with her motion. Looked like she was going up for a shot and thought better of it, looked for a good pass, but everybody was looking up in the sky for the ball at that point.
Went off of Hills out of play. Hiller ball. Full court pressure by Dover Sherborn as Restaghini takes it up.
They were able to get it up court there. It was just a full court man-to-man. No trapping, which benefited the Hillers there.
Flanagan, though, can't hit. And here comes Dover Sherborn. And Ngo feeds it over. Up for 3, and good is Hannah Scarry.
They're going to call that 2.
Ah.
Toes on the line again.
18 points for Scarry.
She's robbed herself of 2 more with their toes on the line.
That's all right. She'll take it.
Yeah, right. She'll get him back.
Paharic feeds it out. Bruce. Hillers are going to have to start thinking about trying some threes at this point.
Yeah, and they got to make their passes a little more crisp here. They really turned up the defense here in Dover Sherborn. And it's just a straight man-to-man, but they are really killing them.
McCann up to Flanagan. Now Restaghini. Back to McCann.
And you see you got a couple of girls trying to flash down the lane there, and they can't get it to them. And they kind of run through and come out.
At the shot clock buzzer, no good. Restaghini. Rebound over Sherborn. Hills there to collect. Here comes Scalabrini. Feeds it across. Ngo for 3, and that's off the side of the hoop. Put back, no good. Secondary put back, no good. And that was a nice job by Avery O'Connell, able to get 2 putbacks, but no points for DS.
Yeah, I was really impressed by the Scalabrini pass there. Ooh, then we got a 3-pointer.
They needed that. Ashley McCann knocks it down.
Ashley McCann checking in for 3.
Might want to get the ball to her more often. Scalabrini, and we're going to get some body contact.
Yeah, blocking foul on the floor. She's really starting to take over the last few possessions here.
And
like I said, that full court, half court, cross court pass was really remarkable to an open person under the basket. didn't convert for points, but it kind of shows you court vision that she has.
We got Holly Paharic with her second foul. O'Connell on the entry. Feeds it into Scary. Now into the interior. Scalabrini turns around and called for the travel. Couldn't get that foot up quite in time.
Yeah, it's that pivot foot, that pesky pivot foot rule.
Caroline Kane on the entry, and I think she's going to be key for the Hillers in this game to try to get them back into it. She had all 7 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, she really finished that second quarter strong, too. And that could have been called a travel, but that's a nice bucket right there.
Nice move by Restaghini.
That
That wasn't a travel, Wally.
I was
Come
afraid
on.
they were going to whistle her for a travel. But
Give her the bucket.
Yep.
Feeds it out. Scary. No good, and the Hillers have it.
It's not a travel if they don't whistle you for it, right?
That's right. Davies sends it to Paharic, and Paharic drawing the foul. That'll be against Scalabrini.
Yeah. She wasn't happy with the call, but a little contact at the body rather than up at the ball.
Paharic 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
Nice aggressive take to the basket.
Hits the first. Well, it's 6-6 here in this third quarter. Make it 7-6. It's a 12-point game. Perhaps the Hillers starting to heat up a little bit. Driving down Scalabrini, errant pass. Miscommunication with Drew Hassar.
Yeah, you can see the girl she was looking for there just kind of lost control of her pass as she let it go.
Caroline Keene on the entry. Into Restaghini. There goes Davies. She'll direct traffic.
Offensive foul.
Away from the action.
And that's going to be on Caroline Kane. Her second.
Team second for the Hillers in the half. Scary taking it up. Gets it into Scalabrini, now to the wing. Driving in, up, and good is Avery O'Connell.
That was a nice sequence for Dover Sherborn. A little pick and roll, and then a dump down to O'Connell for a little layup.
Hillers looking to respond, and as Finnegan went to the bucket, looks like
3 points, 3 second violation on the Hillers.
Yeah, a little too long in the key.
And then someone dropped, I think, a $20 bill on the court. The referee's getting rid of it.
Was it really a 20?
No, I think it was a 10.
I don't know why you need money out there, but okay. And Mike said in my ear to pay off the refs. That's smart. It's a good idea. As Dover Sherborn works around the perimeter. Scary feeds it over to Scal, now along the wing, O'Connell. And double dribble.
See, now Hopkinton kind of showing the same defense that Dover Sherborn's been playing. That was a nice, tough man-to-man defense in the half court. Just didn't let Dover Sherborn do anything that Hillers didn't want him to do.
This has been a very competitive third quarter up to this point. Finnegan feeds it over. Davies back out to Finnegan. Looking for Restaghini. It's stolen away. Good read there by Hills, who will take it coast to coast and put it in, plus the foul.
Yeah, foul on Elena Davies there. She really couldn't do anything else. She didn't want to give up an uncontested layup. You go for the block and you hope for the best, and she got the worst. A bucket and a foul.
First on Davies, team third for the Hillers. Hills trying to add on to her 7 points, and will. Restaghini takes it up. Feeds it over, Finnegan. Out to Davies for three. No good. Paharic trying to battle for it, swatted it, but into the hands of a Blue Raider it goes.
Yeah, I like Paharic's hustle on defense, or on the offensive glass, I should say.
Hills feeds it up, wide open two, no good by O'Connell. Loose ball, and Kane could not keep it in.
Yeah, great hustle there by Caroline Kane. She got her blocked out the girl who shot it, tried to keep it for herself, then it rolled out of bounds, and she hustled after good hustle. Too bad it didn't go her way.
Hills on the entry, Scalabrini with it. Back to Scary now, Scal. Gonna drive in, no good off the window. Nice save there by Gibbs. 3 attempt and knocking it down is number 33, Erica Hills. Had to wait for her to turn around a little bit there.
Yeah, right.
Caroline Kane with it. Over to Finnegan, and it's blocked.
Scalabrini with a nice clean block.
Over to the corner, Scary,
All
no good.
Too wide open.
And able to get the loose ball into Scalabrini, turnaround jumper, that's no good. Knocked out of play off a Blue Raider. Hiller ball.
Wholesale substitutions here for Coach Greco.
With a minute left in the third quarter, it's a 20-point Dover Sherborn lead.
So a whole new 5 girls out there.
And sometimes they like to do the line change.
Right.
Bruce feeds it in, and drawing the foul is Flanagan.
And that's going to be on Erica Hills.
She seems to be limping a little bit out there. That'll be her third.
4th team foul. A very excited Dover Sherborn fan here, doing what he can for the cause.
Little obsessive. Flanagan on the second, no good. Rebound by Hills. Scalabrini. Gonna slow it down a little bit now, try to take it in, feeds it across. A nice look, no good on the shot. Rebound Hills, punches it off the window and in.
Yeah, again, you can see a little bit of the court vision that Alina Scalabrini has.
Flanagan. Yeah, she sets up her teammates nicely for those shots. McCann. Grady. Running out of time in the quarter. Under 10 seconds left. Driving in off the window.
Ooh.
No good. Is Flanagan.
She was robbed. That looked good.
Hills for three. No good. And at the end of 3 quarters, it is Dover Sherborn 46. The Hopkinton Hillers 24. Dover Sherborn outscoring the Hillers in the third quarter 16-7, which is the same exact score as the second quarter.
Just going to say they outscored them exactly the same as the second. So it's
well, it's a learning experience.
Yeah, it's getting away from them at the same rate, unfortunately.
A whole lot of Hiller sports coming up this week. Tomorrow we have Hiller wrestling from Hopkinton Middle School as they battle Norwood at 6:30 p.m. I'll be over at the New England Sports Center for Hiller boys hockey as they welcome in Dedham, a very good Dedham team. 7 p.m. face-off for that game. That's tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, we have our first Alpine ski meet at 6:45 p.m. John Ritz will be there to bring you the action, hopefully live, as long as the internet cooperates down there. Sometimes it's a little iffy. Then on Friday night, we have girls hockey at 5:10 p.m. as they take on Leominster, and boys basketball with Wally and Steve Spector at 7 p.m. as they welcome in Dedham.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it'll be a good battle Friday night. Probably a nice atmosphere as well.
Yeah, nice Friday night crowd.
We start the fourth quarter. Hillers with some work to do to get back into this game.
And she got away with a little double dribble there, but that's all right.
And it's taken away, stolen away by Amari Hughes. Scalabrini with it. Driving in, kicks it out. Taking it up the perimeter is Hills, feeds it over to Hughes. Now to Scary. Driving down the baseline, up with the hook shot. No good, but a foul call.
Yeah, she's going to go to the line here. I'm thinking that might be on Megan Grady, but I'm not sure. Nope, I got my 2s and 1s backwards.
Ashley McCann.
12 instead of 21.
And Scary at the line for her first time tonight. Misses the first. She's having quite a night. 18 points for the senior. Has certainly been the player of the game up to this point.
Yeah, I agree.
No good on the second.
That's going to be Hiller ball. Yeah, that bounces around.
Good hustle by Scary. Nearly grabbed her own rebound.
Yeah, surprised to see her miss both of those after the way she's been shooting all night.
Maybe we found the weak part of her game.
Yeah.
The free throws.
Needs to spend some time in the gym at the line, right? I'm sure she's usually just fine.
Yeah, she'll probably get back there and knock them both down. Here, and speaking of Scary, here's a steal in the lane, surrounded by defenders, and was in trouble, had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting stolen away by Grady. Driving down, McCann to the rack, no good. Scalabrini with the rebound. And we'll get a Dover Sherborn timeout. 6:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dover Sherborn leading 46-24.
Yeah, that's a 22-point lead for the mathematically challenged like myself. That's a tough one. That's a big one at this point.
It certainly is. And, well, we have a chance. We want to remind you, be sure to tune in to Must See HCAM TV every Wednesday night. It all starts at 5:30 p.m. with HCAM Sports Talk, followed by HCAM News at 6 p.m. and Hopkinton Weekly at 7 p.m. with our premiere of the week at 7:30 p.m. That is Must See HCAM TV Wednesday, every Wednesday evening starting at 5:30 p.m. Couple of TVL updates to tell you about. Ashland girls improved to 4-4 as they took down Bellingham 67-47. Colby Lima had 25 points for the Ashland Clockers.
She had a good game, I remember, against us here.
Very talented player.
Yeah.
Dover Sherborn with possession off the timeout. We'll see what they drew up. Scalabrini driving down, stripped away. We're going to have a travel call.
Yeah, so good defense by the Hillers there. Trying to keep them out of what they want to do, which is nice.
And defensive-wise, they've played pretty good. They just have not been able to capitalize on a lot of the turnovers. Oh, she got away with one there. Kicks it out, up for three. Grady, no good. There's a little up-down there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. They have played. I think they have played some good defense tonight, and unfortunately, they have not been able to capitalize with the turnovers and the opportunities they've gotten out of it. But like you were saying earlier, learning experience, and that's nice. You play some good defense, and eventually they will capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, and as I said a few times already, they're just going to get better and better as the season goes on. Into the paint, and it's knocked away. At a play it goes. It'll be Hiller ball. Good defense there.
And again, some good defense there. Good active hands by the Hillers defense interior in the interior game there to try to knock away the loose balls.
Bethel Flanagan on the entry. Charlotte Holden takes it down. Over to Megan Grady, into the paint now. Driving down Kraus, can't finish. Rebound over Sherborn. There to collect was Hills. And a mishandled pass there by Hughes. It'll go to the Hillers.
So just over 5 minutes to go. All right, neither team has scored in a few minutes here. Let's see what the Hillers can do here in the, like Jack Edwards on Nesson says, in the final 5.
Hiller boys update. Dover Sherborn leading Hopkinton 54-43 after 3 quarters of play.
So the boys are coming back there each quarter, it looks like. That's under 10 points now, or is it 11?
It's 11.
11. So again, I've got my numbers backwards.
Blue Raiders able to maintain possession up and drawing the foul. That was Drew Hussar.
That might be on Charlotte Holden. Might be her first. It is.
It is indeed. Team 5th for the Hillers. Hussar looking for her first points of the evening. No good there. Well, the Blue Raiders haven't been to the line a whole lot tonight, but
especially not in the second half.
Not shooting too well from the strike.
I think we said that in the first half.
And she misses the second.
You didn't even pull the announcer jinx on it either.
Yeah, that's a rarity. Grady, count it.
Nice bucket right there. Takes it strong to the basket, like we've been saying, and gets the 2.
Scalabrini feeds it back. Back to Scalabrini. Up top now, over to Hills. Underneath, Scalabrini. Ooh. Nice shot there.
Yeah, really a talented play right there. She kind of got away with maybe an offensive foul, pushing off her defender, giving her some space. But, boy, she really knew how to get free and knew what to do when she was free. Nice take.
And trying to get it up top to Davies. It's stripped away by Hills. Hills just able to keep it in, but Davies there to collect for the Hillers.
There's a good hustle on both teams on that sequence right there.
Yeah, there certainly has been great hustle on both sides in this game, as we're going to get a foul here.
Yeah, that looks like that's going to be on Amari Hughes.
It will be the 5th foul for Dover Sherborn, and you are correct, it is indeed on Amari Hughes. On the entry, Grady feeds it underneath. Up, no good is Holden, and the putback, no good, and Dover Sherborn has it.
Ooh, a double dribble.
Rare double dribble call there on Scalabrini.
Yeah, in traffic. So all these putbacks and all these aggressive layups that the Hillers are taking, when these girls mature another year, they'll have the physical strength, I think, to finish these layups and follow-ups.
Charlotte Holden missed the 3. Holden feeds it over. Davies. Back to Holden. She's going to try again. No good. Hughes able to collect. Here comes Gibbs. Feeds it back. Scalabrini. I don't think, I get the impression that Eliana Scalabrini doesn't come out of the game much.
No.
Regardless of the situation.
Right.
And knocked down is Gibbs, and she lost it. Battle for it now, and it's collected by Bruce. Trying to get it away, and it was swatted out of play. Smart timeout call by Coach Greco in the meantime.
So I think with Scalabrini out there, she doesn't dominate yet statistically, and I think we said she's only a sophomore. But she really kind of dominates the game mentally, which is, and she has, especially in the second half, taken care of the ball a lot more for Dover Sherborn, where I think in the first half it was on and go in the first half, countering the ball a lot. Now Scalabrini in the second half. I don't know if that's because Dover Sherborn's got a little bit of a larger lead and they're grooming her, but she's really showing a wide range of skills out there.
She certainly is, and she'll be a very interesting player to watch over the next couple of seasons. As you know, she'll only get better and better.
Right.
And she has done a great job at setting up her teammates to have open opportunities and good looks.
Right. And that shows like she has very good court vision out there and good anticipation offensively.
But also another very impressive player tonight has been Hannah Scarry, who in the first half had 14 points, has been slowed down a little bit in the second half, but very impressive shooter from the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the only one that's been able to slow her down is her coach by keeping her on the bench a little bit in the second half.
And I think that's just to get everybody in there, especially with the current scoring situation. Fed over by Grady. Davies feeds it in. The give and go, and it's knocked away. Out of play it goes. It'll be Dover Sherborn
That
ball.
play was set up nicely for a give and go, and unfortunately it just kind of took a bad bounce off of Elena Davies.
And we have another boys update. Westwood leading Norton 33-30 after 3 quarters of play. And we'll let you know if we get any further Hopkinton boys update. And last check, it was an 11-point Dover Sherborn lead in the boys' side. The Raiders passing nicely, but Gibbs can't finish. Davies feeds it over to Kane out of the corner. Back to Kane. Around the horn they go. Davies for 3. No good.
They got a
short.
piece of that, yeah.
Hughes collects. Hills with it. Approaching 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Gibbs feeds it in, and a nice feed there to Hills, who takes it to the rack.
She's got 15 points.
Yes, she's having a good night as well, especially a great second half. And she has 10 of those points in the second half.
Big
response
three-pointer there.
Charlotte Holden knocking it down.
Her first 3 points of the game. That's a nice one.
Well, the Hillers are shooting much better tonight than they were Friday. And if they can improve shooting-wise, they will certainly be a lot more competitive in these games. Scalabrini driving down, feeds it over. Up for the shot is Gibbs. That's no good. Batted around, and it's collected by Finnegan.
Ooh.
I mean, this Hillers team, they have good fundamentals, good defense,
yes,
but shooting's been the big concern. Holden feeds it in.
And like I said, as a young team, when they physically mature over the next year or two, they should be able to shoot better from the outside and deeper.
Kraus, no good on the shot, but a nice hustle on the attempted save. And we're going to get another Dover Sherborn timeout. I imagine we'll see some substitutions at this point.
Yeah, that's probably the purpose of the late substitution or late timeout with score as it is.
Blue Raiders leading 50-29, as they will improve to 7-1 overall. And the young Hillers will fall to 0-8, but I think this game certainly a step in the right direction. They took on a very talented Dover Sherborn team and played well out there, and were certainly competitive.
Yeah, they really showed good flashes, especially on defense, of being able to play with Dover Sherborn, maybe not for the entire game and keeping the score close, but I think in spurts they've showed that they can play with them.
And we have a girls' update. Medfield took down Medway 69-32. That game has gone final. Blue Raiders with possession off the timeout. Along the top of the perimeter is Greibel. Greibel feeds it over to Hills. Leah Hills gets it up to the wing. Driving down was Fielding, and we have a foul.
An offensive foul.
It's going to be a charge
on Leah Hills.
That'll be on Ruby Fielding.
It's on
first.
Ruby Fielding. 32 instead of 22.
Holden trying to feed it over. Out of play it goes.
Hiller ball.
Kane will have the entry. Under a minute left to go in this game. Feeds it into Holden. Towards the wing. Able to maintain Finnegan.
Ooh, she had Kane cutting down the lane.
Kraus with it. And it is stripped away, but we have a foul.
I think did they call foul or jump ball?
Actually, they might have.
I think it was a jump
Might
ball.
have been a jump ball. It was a little bit different of a hand signal there by the official.
Oh, now we've got a foul.
Well, there you go. I was just predicting that.
Offensive foul.
Blue Raiders ball. That's going to be on Megan Grady, her first. Full court pressure by the Hillers. Hills with it. Over to Hughes. Back to Hills. She'll feed it back down to Geibel. Along the top is an unlisted number 15. They might have got some of the JV players in there.
Right.
With it, Hills, and now along the corner. Stripped away, and the Hillers have it.
Under 10 seconds here.
That was a good effort by this young Hillers team against the very good Dover Sherborn team. And it was a terrific effort by our A-team crew tonight. Big thank you to John Ritz, Denise Untaki, Mike Terosian, Mary Arnott. The best in the business. Up and no good there is Kraus, and that's how the game will end. Dover Sherborn defeats the Hopkinton Hillers by a final score of 50-29. Wally, any final thoughts?
Yeah, that's a tough loss. I think the score could have been closer, even though they probably would have lost anyway. Hillers just had a little tough time scoring, even though they played very well on defense and in transition. Hands were very active, feet very active on defense. And they were very aggressive on offense, taking the ball to the hole a lot, over and over and over. And eventually, these young girls will get those buckets to fall. And they'll learn how to be aggressive and finish.
Well, the Hillers were competitive against a very good Dover Sherborn team, a team that is a lot more experienced, and they're only going to get better as the season continues. But good experience for the Hillers here tonight. For our crew, John Ritz, Denise Untaki, Mary Arnott, Mike Terosian, my broadcast partner Wally Henneberry, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching. The final score for the final time, Dover Sherborn over Hopkinton, 50-29. Take care, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.